war's over, but a soldier on, still battling the ghost long. Oh, oh. Still struggling to see the signs, too heavy for a heart alive. Save, save.
What's going on, everybody? This is Chris Carter with Crypto Secret X, and I want to welcome you today to a live I'm doing. We're going to be talking about gaming tokens, and I got a series of tokens we're going to be talking here. I'm going to be talking about Heroes of Mavia, Vulcan Forge, IMX, the bull run in 2024, and I'm going to give you a closing. But before we get started, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the algorithm, helps the channel grow. And I also want to thank you for joining me today as we talk about gaming tokens today. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and get started. I want to welcome those of you who have chimed in. And today I want to talk to you and address gaming tokens. And I know gaming has been the biggest thing that a lot of people have been talking about. And there is one token I want to really jump into real quick, and that's Heroes of Mavia. And the reason I want to jump into Heroes of Mavia because when I started looking at it, a lot of times when tokens run up, a lot of times, you kind of sit back and you say, well, I'm not going to really mess with that because, the price has gone up. It's getting a little too high. And then, you look at it, and then when all of a sudden it's at $7, $8, and you say, man, that's a lot of money. Then next thing you look up, it's sitting at $100. So I want to look at Heroes of Mavia. And the reason I want to look at Heroes of Mavia because Heroes of Mavia currently is sitting at $7.38. If you're DCAing at this particular time and you're putting in like $20, $30, $40, and you look at it and you say, man, $7, I put in 40. I'm only going to get roughly about 5 point some tokens, and then you ask yourself, is it really worth it? But then let's go back and look at Illuvium. When Illuvium first came out and then it hit the market without a game, it actually shot to like $1,000, $1,400 some dollars a token. So imagine you sitting back and you're looking at Heroes of Mavia. All right. And as we look at Heroes of Mavia, I want to show you a couple of things I want you to look at. The first thing I was looking at was its max supply and its total max supply, which is 250 million. They only got 30 million on, out. So fully diluted, 1.8 million, sitting at 221 million dollars. So, all that, it just didn't add up because I was like, how many more tokens are they going to drop on the market? Then I started thinking about this. I said, Heroes of Mavia is 738. What happens if it did go up like Illuvium? What happens if this game, starts doing something? So I wanted to check the website out. I wanted to look at it, and I wanted to see what was Heroes of Mavia all about. So when I looked at Heroes of Mavia, this is what comes up. Command your own army. It's a game that can be downloaded on Apple. They've linked in some things whereas you can get the tokens. You can download it on the ISO. So has Heroes of Mavia actually reached its full peak during the bull run? Is it a game that you can actually sleep on and say it's too high, I'm not going to DCA, I'm not going to buy? I think you'd be missing a great opportunity here. And the reason I say I think you'd be missing a great opportunity here is because I wanted to go to another site called Coin Lockup, and I wanted to look at that and just kind of see if there was any lockups that were going to be released or anything like that. And when I saw it, I didn't. Let's see here, liquidity pool. I want to look at that Coin Live. I didn't really see anything on Heroes of Mavia. as far as a coin lockup, and I'm going to look a little deeper. Then I wanted to go to the chain scan and look at the chain scan and just see how many people are using it, total supply and holders. And so I'm going to share that with you. Right now, Heroes of Mavia Vault, they have 88% of the tokens. Then they have a hot wallet on Bybit. They have 5%. And then KuCoin has a total of 0.8. Gate.io has 0.8. Uniswap has 0.2. So, you see that Heroes of Mavia has a big vault of tokens. Now, could they dump on the market? Possibly. They could dump on the market and it could go down. But what they're doing with the game, and then they're allowing you to stake, I think this is, for some reason, my gut tells me this is a game I really want to take a chance on. And I feel like I'm taking a chance because I know when I look at the tokenomics, it doesn't add up. Like when I look at the tokenomics, I'm looking at only 30 million in circulation, 61 $61 million volume at least moving, and then the market cap is at 221,827,000. So the volume they're doing numbers. That it's moving. So what I want to take a chance on it. This for me is kind of like a gut move here. I'm not going to like FOMO in. I'm not going to just try to dump hundreds and hundreds of dollars in and move money from one thing to the other. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to chase, but I am going to DCA with Heroes of Mavia, and that's why I had Heroes of Mavia on my list, because I am going to DCA on Heroes of Mavia. I am going to buy. I may roughly buy like 10 at a time, so it's not going to be a huge percentage. But what I'm betting on is that this game really takes off during the bull run of 2024. I'm banking on a lot of people playing it, which they do have a lot of people currently playing it now. And with games now taking effect and people having an opportunity to make money with games, Heroes of Mavia could be a game that could really take off. I know right now it is up. Right now, currently at 4%. So it is going up. You can, when you want to compare it with Bitcoin, you can look at it and we can see this right here. If you look at it with Bitcoin, as Bitcoin goes, it goes. As Bitcoin goes down, it goes down. But it has been moving along with Bitcoin. As Bitcoin, you see, takes the dips as it does with Bitcoin. You can see it. So it does run with Bitcoin. And with Bitcoin going up, projected after the having to go up to like $100,000. And Mavia, if they only have like 30 million tokens, this thing could easily go to $100. And you're looking at, let's check at the coin guide. We can always look at that, because that's one of the things I do like to use is my calculator when it comes to counting the total number of, like, looking at the market supply. And I like to look at that market supply, because that market supply is big. Let me see if I can find my coin market cap. And again, I'd like to thank those of you who have subscribed. I'm also going to be offering a class on investing in crypto. I know a lot of people that have been started following me. They have been asking me about ways to figure out how to determine the market cap. So I'm going to offer a class, and that class is going to give you opportunity to understand what crypto is about and understanding crypto. And it's not going to be very expensive. I'm probably going to offer it because I want to see a lot of my people start getting into it. So I'm not going to try to break your necks with that. It's probably going to be something like maybe $4.99. And it's going to be a very extensive class. You can get an opportunity to go one-on-one with me and we talk about crypto. So those are the things. I'm looking for my coin guide, coin market cap. Let's see. Coin market cap. Not coin market cap. Coin. Let's see. I think it's market cap guide. Look up. I think it's something like that. I don't know why I'm not able to find it today. Usually I can go right to it. Let me look at my phone. Because on my phone, I usually have an opportunity to kind of get into that and find it rather quickly. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Let's look at. Here we go. All right. Now we in business. Coin. And if you want to drop a chat, feel free to drop a chat in there. If you got something that you would like for me to review or you like to talk about, definitely drop something in the chat. And I'm looking through, going through my favorites. Tell you a lot of this stuff. I don't know why it is not pulling up for me on the day. Here we go. Let's go. Coin. Okay. I'm going to come back to that because I don't want to waste a lot of time with this and then come back to that, but we're definitely going to get into it. The next one is Vulcan Forge. Vulcan Forge, I just kind of started looking at this one. And the reason I started looking at this one because I started looking at some of the numbers. And let's go to Vulcan Forge and let's take a look at Vulcan Forge. And Vulcan Forge. Let's see here. Vulcan. There we go. Vulcan Forge. Okay, I'm going to share this with you so you can take an opportunity to look at it. Let's see. Vulcan Forge here. I'm going to share Vulcan Forge. Here's Vulcan Forge. If you take a look at Vulcan Forge right here, Vulcan Forge is in the 659. Vulcan, the thing with Vulcan Forge, the one thing I do like is that the max supply is 50 million coins. You have a total of 50 million coins total supply. You have about 27 million right now currently in circulation, which is about 54%. The market cap is sitting at $179,251,655. Roughly Vulcan Forge. Let me see. Let's see, what could Vulcan Forge go to? We're gonna look at, here's another one. I'm trying to find I have a site I like to go to that kind of determines the coin guide. And for some reason, I hope I didn't delete that. Because if I deleted it, that's not good. And I believe I did. Golly. Let's see if I can find that. Because that's big. When I look at Vulcan Forge, one thing about Vulcan Forge, it's been out since 2021, about 2 years ago. When you go to the scan, you can look at it on the search at the Chain Explorer, the Ether scan, which I love to look at the Ether scan. When I look at the Ether scan, I sit right here. Only thing about Vulcan Forge, I see it has 16,562 holders. Total transfers 169. Max supply. Binance has roughly, we'll see who's the top holders here. When you look at the top holders, Polygon Matic has about 35%. Then the next wallet has 18%. Binance has 16%. KuCoin has 5%. So you're looking at roughly the top 60%. I don't know who wallet this is right here, but it's zero forever. They have about 18%, which is 59 million. But Polygon Matic is ERC22 bridge. They have a lot of the tokens here. So I take it that, oof, Polygon has it on a lot of ownership of this. So, but I would say it's somewhat centralized, not decentralized, because so much of it is owned. But at the same time, it's not too bad. I mean, the high 2 years ago was at $49. Now, if it's sitting at 50 million, uh, 50 million in current supply. Let me see here. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can find my site, because that is my site. There we go. I think this is it right here. And I'm going to save this. I do not know why, but there we go. Now we're in business. Okay. I'm going to let's look at Vulcan. Here we go. And we're going to go back to the coin market cap, which I love to enter here. And currently it sits at 6, but let's say it was go up to $10. Right now, where it's at with 50 million, you're looking at a $500 million market cap, which is something that's feasible and it could reach. When you get up to 100, you're looking at a $5 billion market cap. I think that's something that Vulcan Forge could actually reach. It has to get a little more adoptability, but I think it's something it could reach around $100. You're looking at $5 billion market cap in gaming. That's feasible. That's something that it could do. And it's I would look at it now. Let's look at the engagement with Vulcan Forge. Let's go. We saw where we only had the holders, but then we want to go. Let's check the website out and see what the website looks like. I had a chance to look at it a little, but here is Vulcan Forge. Vulcan Forge is the ultimate Web3 ecosystem for Vulcan Studios, Web3 gaming studios, carbon neutral layer 1 blocking, Metascape's upcoming metaverse as service projects. They're partnering with a few of these guys, Vulcan Studios. But here's the Vulcan game. Discover their portfolio, exploring 10 plus exciting Web3 games, ensuring nonstop fun. Embark on the epic adventures of Vulcanverse. Our beloved M-Morg, dive into the captive and realm of Bezert, and our immense TCG, available both mobile and PC. Get ready for endless entertainment and truly rewarding experience. So that is the Vulcan game. You also have Metascape. Your imagination is limitless. Metascape upcoming metaverse whisk into 4 captive worlds: fantasy, cartoon, urban, futuristic. Unleash your explorations, creativity, and connections across the realism of limitless potential. So that's another one with the Metascape. So that's one of those ones you can actually look at there. Okay, now I'm back. So let's look at Vulcan Forge. Now, before we get started, I'm going to go back to Heroes of Mavia. I didn't have my coin. I fell a little lost without my coin. My market cap calculator. I got to have my market cap calculator there. So now let's go ahead and go back to Heroes of Mavia, and I want to actually show you something on Heroes of Mavia and where it could actually go. And it's depending upon how many coins will be released on the market. That's going to be one of the biggest things with Heroes of Mavia. But the adoption and people playing the game, when I get on YouTube and I start Googling it, there are a lot of people starting to play this game, Heroes of Mavia. So now the current total supply, here we go. The total supply of Heroes of Mavia is 200 million. Okay. That's a total supply. Right now on the market is 30 million tokens. Okay. So roughly is only 12% of the tokens out. But I'm going to go with the 250 million. I'm going to go with the total supply they have on market. Okay. And I'm going to paste that in there. Now, at $100, you're looking at a $25 billion market cap. 25 billion. That's if all the tokens were out. $100. A game that is widely being played by a lot of people. Okay. That's around the Cardano right now market cap. Cardano's sitting somewhere around 20 some million. Solana's at 47 million. So now let's take Heroes of Mavia up to 150. She's looking at 37.5 billion dollar, 37. I'll just say $37 billion market cap. 37 billion. Now you're starting to get around Solana adoption. 150. Right now it's at $7. Do I think you could make more money on Heroes of Mavia? Yes, I do. I think you DCAing on Heroes of Mavia could be a really good investment because it's a game that people are playing. It is a game that people are playing. So when you look at Heroes of Mavia and start looking at it with this type of market supply on, and this is if every token is on the market, every token, 250 million tokens all released, it can still go to $150. It may take a dip in the beginning, but I think what will happen is because of the price drop, so many people will start buying because this is a game that's being adopted by a lot of people. So you're looking at, I would say at the top of the bull run, roughly about $150. Now, could he go higher? Well, let's look at the what was the highest market. And I'm telling you, man, if you look at this game right here, I want you to see this game right here. Look at this game right here. I mean, it's awesome. I think it's really the ability how they've captured the game. Um, you know, explore Heroes of Mavia, get Marva tokens, get the game, download Heroes of Mavia game on ISO, which is your iPhone. Also on Android mobile, download the game now. Join they have airdrops. So Heroes of Mavia, I think at $7 still is a play that you need to DCA in. And that's my. I just wanted to kind of reiterate that to you. I want you to actually look at that because here's the thing. Like I said, it's only 12% of tokens out right now. If they would have released more, which right now they're doing some airdrops, so I don't know how many they're going to release on the airdrops. And then when they airdrop it, of course, people are going to sell. Okay. They're going to sell. The price is going to drop. I would look for it to dip a little bit. And then I would start. Maybe if it dipped back down to $3, maybe even $2, I would really start buying in. At $7, I'm just going to DCA. I may just get $40, $30 at a time, just a little. And just DCA. Up until the bull run. So that's my plan with Heroes of Mavia. Take a look at it and you see. Now, IMX. Now, here's the thing. All these three cryptos I'm talking about all have they've run up. Like Heroes of Mavia is $7, Vulcan Forward $6. And now we get the Immutable X, IMX. This one is sitting at roughly, I believe, like $3. And let me get to Immutable X. Boom, about $3. It's sitting at $3 now. And let me show this one to you. So you see it's sitting at $3. Currently, right now, they're 2 million max supply. But there's 1.3 million on the market. It's sitting at 3 with a $4.3 billion market cap. It has room to grow. It is high now. It is high, but you roughly looking at it's 1.3 It's let me see, the market cap is 4.3, but it's 1.3 billion in supply, roughly with about 700 million tokens that can be put on the market. The fully diluted market cap is 6 million for. So there's not a lot of tokens. I mean, there's some that can drop back, but it's not a lot. But here's the thing about Immutable X. People are building on Immutable X. They're building on Immutable X. So let's look at the Chain Explorer. You can see they can go to the Ether scan. When you go to the Ether scan with Immutable X, let's see here. Get to this. When you get to the scan, you see right now you got 752,000 transactions, 75,242 holders. When you come to when you get to the top holders, let's look at the top holders on Immutable X and let's see what we have. When you get to the top holders on Immutable X, you have the Foundation Treasury, which is unlocked now. That's 37%. Okay, 37% is unlocked. Immutable X project development has another 16%. Foundation Treasury, this is locked. 13% is currently locked. I don't know why my camera continuously goes out, so I'm going to keep hitting this start there. But you see where, so you have Immutable X Bridge has 4%. Binance has 2%. So there are a lot of people in the Immutable X Foundation, the team that owns a lot of these tokens. You see where you have some that are locked. They've unlocked a total of 682,373,974. They've unlocked those tokens, which is 34%, $2 million. Okay, I believe that's 2 point, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, $2.1 billion is what they have unlocked. The Foundation Treasury has unlocked. Now, maybe that's why we haven't broken that price, as you see, of about $3. Immutable X has been holding around at 3. It did get a little higher one time, but it's been holding there pretty steady. And I think that's a little bit of price manipulation there, but it has been holding. But the thing about it is you only got about 700 million tokens left to dump on the market. And roughly, I'm looking at that, out of the 7, the Treasury has locked up 274. So you roughly maybe about 400 some million tokens that may be unlocked and kind of released on the market. But the adoption of Immutable X and what Immutable X, they're talking about Immutable X and people using Immutable X, we could be looking at something that could possibly be, taken off. So how high could Immutable X go? Let's take a look at that. Let's see. Let's go. I always like to go to my coin guide here. So let's go to my coin guide and let's see how high can Immutable X go. All right, let's look at it. Right now we got a total. I always like to take the total supply, but I'm going to take right now the current market. The current circulating supply is 1.3. So let's go ahead and input that, and then we'll see how high Immutable X can really go. Because market cap is everything along with adoption. So when we get into Immutable X and we look at 208 million, that's at $150. Let's look at let's go up to 400. I'll take that back, not 200, 555 billion. Nah, that's not about to happen. That was 221 billion. Now that's not about to happen. Let's go with $50. Let's see what we get at 50. $69 billion, possibly $50. I would say on the 45, still 62 million. That's a little bit over Solana. Solana's at 47. Let's go 35. 48 still. How about 25? 34 billion. $25. I would say roughly high with this right now. The circulation supply, $25, $26 at Immutable X. So you do the math. DCA at $3, roughly going about $25 high during the bull run. Is it worth to buy? Yeah. DCA at three between anywhere. I would DCA anywhere between $3.10 and $2.50. That's when I would DCA in. If it was a drop below $2.50, like $1.96, man, I would just buy. I would buy like a son of a gun. Maybe $100 at a time. Because it's something that could possibly grow there. And you could probably make a good bit of money on Immutable X. Now, could Immutable X go higher than $25? Yeah, but we'd be pushing it. $50, I think, would be like a big time high. Let's see, what was this all time high last? Let's see, what was Immutable X all time high? Let's see, we're gonna see what Immutable X all time high was. Let's see, the all time high. All time high was $9.50. So $25 on the next bull run. It's been out 2 years. I'd take that. I would really go with that, about $25. So figure get $100, $25. You look at it from there. You get $1,000, $25 times that. So you kind of do the math on how much you want to invest in it. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I do look at market cap. I do look at tokenomics. I do look at adoption. I look at the Etherscan. I look at various things to see whether it really is a good project to start investing in. And then after I figure out if it's a good project to invest in, the next thing I start looking at is how many tokens I need to have to make a substantial amount of growth from that. And roughly, if you got around 45,000 some tokens and something runs 50 cents, now you're looking at roughly about 20,000. See what I mean? So you need to have some type of system. And a lot of times, when you don't have a system or you haven't seen these bull runs, you kind of get these crazy numbers. Like, some of these people have crazy numbers, like XRP is going to like $10,000 with a $50 billion tokenomics. Roughly, I could see XRP in this next bull run, if everything goes right, about $5. $5 would be great. I mean, because a lot of us have been buying it 50 cents. So $5 XRP would be awesome. Because a lot of people would be happy with that. I want to see it. Like, I've been holding XRP since 2021. So, but the tokenomics, you got to understand the tokenomics. You got to understand the market cap. And you got to understand adoptability. You got to understand how long a token has been adopted. Is it being used? What is the use case? You gotta add all that into it. Let's see here where that wind is blowing in the background. Now, as we approach the bull run of 2024 coming up, there's so many things I begin to think about. I think about the bull run, the last bull run, which was 2021, which I was one of those people chasing the bull. Now I'm at the beginning of the bull run. I'm the guy now that's in front of the bull. So I'm in position. I understand that. I'm not going to sit here and look at all these crazy numbers that people predict. This time on the bull run, I'm going to take my gains. I'm not looking. My goal is $1 million. $1 million. That's the goal. That's what I set out in 2021, and I continuously invested. But as we begin to think about the bull run, a lot of us, I want to encourage you also to think about your taxes. Think about how you're going to exit. Develop an exit strategy. Come up with ways of how you're going to reinvest in various things. That's a lot of that is so much to think about, which we don't think about. A lot of times we just think about getting rich. Getting rich is in crypto is not just getting money and taking it out. You got to have an exit plan. You got to have a tax plan. You got to have a reinvestment plan. We've learned how to make money. Now we got to learn how to, rinse, recycle, repeat. But then we got to know how to expand the empire now. Now we have found a way to turn $1 into $2 and $2 into $4 and $4 into $8 and $8 into $16. We've developed that formula. Now the next formula we have to develop is strategies of moving money into other projects, understanding how money works, make it work for us, and then you start talking about legacy. So that's some of the things you want to talk about. But I do want to thank y'all for joining me today. I wanted to talk about these three tokens, Heroes of Mavia, Vulcan Forge, IMX. I know they're not very popular as far as price because they're kind of high. I would say DCA in these particular tokens, and don't just heap all your money into them because and I'm gonna definitely leave this with you. You never learn how to swim unless you jump in, and you'll never climb a mountain without stumbling. I want to thank y'all for joining me today, and I'll see you soon.